Welcome to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show here on theStream.tv. Agent Grant Ward is back. I know that's what everybody's been talking about. That's what everybody's been wondering about. I am one of your hosts for the after show. I am Germar Derron. Here on my right, co-host Stephanie Pressman.
Hello.
And on my left, the other co-host for tonight, Anastasia Washington.
Hey, guys.
As always, we're going to jump right into the conversation, but you know this is live. You're probably there on YouTube now, all 3,000, 8,000 of you. Get in there and chat. Anastasia will respond back to you. We might talk about you, not talk about you, but talk about what you're talking about on the show, maybe. Yeah. We got a fan section coming, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what we have time for. We love you. Hopefully you love us. And also, of course, you can get us on Twitter, hashtag AOSAS, all the time. We keep that conversation going all week. And a lot of you are doing that now. I'm a little, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but we're getting to it. Let's move on. So let's talk about Agent Grant Ward. What is he doing with Agent 33?
He's back.
Yeah, he is back.
He's back.
And he's got a creepy partner, and he's being really creepy. So what are they doing? Where's this going?
You guys got your wish.
Most importantly,
he's back. Whatever.
What does he want from her? He was really creepy when he was like, well, you'll see what I want from you later. I'll ask, or whatever that was.
He's manipulating her. He's manipulating her. He's got somebody he can manipulate. She's really at a weak point in her life. You know.
What is his end goal? What is it? Is he want to go back to S.H.I.E.L.D.? She tried to be Skye for him. Like,
that was creepy too.
Does he want to take her back to S.H.I.E.L.D. and, like, I don't know, clone her face? I have no idea.
That's a good question though. Do we think that Agent Ward thinks that he's going to get back into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s good graces at some point?
I think he's a little delusional.
Right?
I think he's delusional.
I honestly could see me being in that place. Like, but guys, I was really good at one point. Ignore the people I killed. That's what we do.
You weren't really good. You were like, you know.
I guess he was.
Good looking, but not good person.
Yeah, he's all right.
So we don't have any clue of what his secret. I mean, he's definitely manipulating her.
Right.
But what is his ultimate goal? We're clueless still.
Right.
Even at the, I mean.
Well, I mean, towards the end, we know that his current goal is to brainwash. So.
Right. Brainwash.
To get her, manipulate her to brainwash Bakshi. And they said that it's not gonna help whether or not he complies or not. So what's their plan for Bakshi? Like, who knows?
Torture.
We'll get to Bakshi, maybe, if we have more to say. I don't know. So there was a lot of, you know, the real S.H.I.E.L.D., whatever that means, we still don't really know, versus the old S.H.I.E.L.D., the Coulson S.H.I.E.L.D., the Nick Fury S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
so,
we kind of know what it is now. I mean, we know that it's not Fury.
Or Hydra.
It's anti-Coulson, it's anti-Fury, it's like its own little breed of like, we want to be transparent, but we don't because we have a whole bunch of spies around. So how are you transparent?
Right, that's what I was thinking the whole episode. They kept talking about being transparent. It's like, as you have your own secret thing with all these, you know, nobody knows.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what they say they want.
Not so transparent.
Has Coulson been compromised because of this alien DNA? Is that a real thing, or is that like in crazy real S.H.I.E.L.D. head?
I feel like we've talked about this so much, maybe not on this show, us three, but I feel like everyone's been having that conversation in their own homes about, is Coulson fit to perform? Like, that's been happening since Tahiti, you know, like.
Right. I don't really see him doing anything that proves that he's not. I mean, maybe I'm just Team Coulson, but I really don't see anything that he's doing so outrageously that any other lead wouldn't do.
Right. They also kept bringing up his secrets. What are his secrets? I mean, outside of being the head of a secret organization, what are these Coulson secrets?
Well, I mean, the fact that he was brought back with, you know.
Yeah. And I guess Skye, too.
Yeah.
That's pretty new. I just like, I don't know. I guess we got to wait to see this other S.H.I.E.L.D., where they go and what they do before I at least have an opinion about them.
Somebody did say something about Ward earlier in a comment. Said probably to take over Hydra. That would be his goal. That's an interesting.
Yeah, but we don't see anything from Hydra right now, which is what we've discussed in the past. We won't see it until it's there.
We won't see it until they have a new lead. And
maybe it is Ward.
Maybe. He just doesn't seem like the type of guy, right? Like, you see Ward leading any organization? Maybe I'm wrong.
He's manipulative enough.
He is manipulative enough,
but he
but
cares.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I don't feel like he cares that much.
I don't know what he wants, so it'll be interesting. I have no idea what he wants.
A mystery.
She sings too. All right. So please do comment as you see. Anastasia can jump right in there and give you a shout out.
Who was that from?
That was from Blade Ninjax01.
A
So
fan.
thank you for commenting and continuing to comment.
Thank you. Next topic, Skye. She's out there all alone on this cabin by a lake in the woods where she's supposed to be controlling her powers.
It's Whedon. It's Cabin in the Woods.
What?
Ba-dum.
Killing unicorns!
What is she doing there? I mean, we know what she's supposed to be doing there, what Coulson said, but
It
There's
feels
something more.
sketchy.
Yeah.
There's something about when Coulson came back. There is something a little sketchy. The fact that he's not being upfront and open with Fitz. There's something sketchy going on.
I wonder if it's some kind of test. You know?
For Skye or for Fitz?
For Skye. For Skye, like isolating her, giving her this like experimental glove. Like maybe it's some kind of weird experiment. They're trying to see how far her powers will go and stuff like that. I don't understand why you would isolate her from everybody unless you were doing something huge.
interesting.
I don't know. I would like to believe that it just everyone has her best interest.
Everyone?
I would. I'd like to
Well,
believe
I-
that.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm
It's
a
very
softie.
kumbaya.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to go there,
It's
but
love. I want to believe everyone's deep
I
down
mean,
good.
But you're really aggressive.
Simmons is just like, ooh, I just, best interest. She might be thinking about like the planet's best interest, but Skye, yeah.
trying to keep her powers down. I
Yeah.
don't know that is in the best interest.
Fair, as Skye may have some bigger things later on. We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we will. Yeah, definitely.
So what probably interested me most about this episode was, of course, the real S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, which for me, they didn't give me enough still.
Okay.
But now we know that Hunter knows. He escaped. Go Hunter. Don't know how he did that. I mean, we know
Like,
how.
I don't
but
care that I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
He wasn't even daunted
He was-
at all. He's like, I'm out.
He's like, there's
I'll
planes
swim if
everywhere.
I have to.
Whatever.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a plane. I get out of
I
here.
don't care.
Oh, God.
Bobby wants to go back in, even though Hunter's out and he knows. They already suspect Mack, as in May and Coulson.
Yeah.
What's going to happen here now with those three in play out there?
Yeah, and
Hopefully
by the
it
way,
really
Mac
big.
is not good at being covert.
At all.
He's just
It was
not.
fun.
Don't
That wasn't
lie.
his job
there's,
either.
There's nothing over here. Nothing.
And he kind of giggled at the end, and he looked very nervous, and he's sweating. He should go back to fixing cars, but whatever. We need him in the story to be that guy.
You know what would be so epic if there's just like some big fight scene. Like, let's see it. All of them just fighting it out.
Well, that's
Which
something
we
the
might
fans
very
are
well
talking
see.
about. They say it's going to be Bobby versus May is one of the big predictions.
Well, I mean,
That'd be
that's
fun
like
to
every
watch.
guy's fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Bounce
Fair.
about.
And it would be fun. I mean, May still has to win, though, right? That's not a
Well,
question.
yeah.
She has to
I don't
win.
really feel like it's an even battle.
Yeah.
And we've also had so many seasons or not seasons, we've had so many episodes to become attached to May, and we haven't had that with Bobby, so.
Fair. And so we all kind of feel that way. But
Yeah.
back to like the original thing. Do we know what's going to happen with these three people in play now that the secret's kind of out? As far as Hunter knows the secret, is he going to go disappear, or is he going back to S.H.I.E.L.D. to say, Coulson, this is what's going on?
I thought he was going to go back to S.H.I.E.L.D., but maybe him and Bobby, I don't know. It might be interesting. Maybe him and Bobby meet up before then.
I feel like he's gonna go back to S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like everybody expects him to just disappear because that's what Bobby expects of him. But I feel like right at some moment, he's just gonna show up and be like, blah, 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 blah. they're
Bobby's a
evil.
man. I'm just kidding.
Unless Bobby cuts him off somewhere. And we touched on it earlier, but so right now, Agent 33 has Bakshi. She's grilling him all night long. What is going on there? What does she really want from him? Has Ward already duped her into just like vengeance and becoming this terrible person? Does she really want answers of some sort? Does
I
it
think
matter now?
he's absolutely brainwashed her at this
Yeah.
point. Definitely. Like she is in such a desperate like space in her life that she will do anything for Ward. Ward's got her on lock.
Yeah.
And she's completely isolated herself as well. Like, he's the
Yeah.
only person she really has any connection or contact with. So,
It just kind of hit me. She's back basically in the same place that she was before. She
Exactly.
now has this one guy who totally controls everything she does. And she doesn't have anyone else. And it was very clear in this episode, just the way she responded. It was almost like, yes, Daddy, as it went on in the episode. It's a real creepy episode.
Well, it was more like yes, Daddy, but you know,
I wasn't going to do that. But
know.
you got it. You picked up on it. It is that time in the episode, like every week, where we got to go to that one commercial break. It won't be very long. So please come back. We're coming back with the fan questions, and we'll see you in just a bit. Come back.
in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
Bennet, the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Welcome back. I hope you're still there. We're still here. It was a very short break, just as I promised, like each week. Before we get to your fan questions, we did talk a lot about things and we just don't have enough time, but I have to say, the funny stuff with General Talbot, right?
Right. Whoever was writing these episodes, it felt very Whedon.
It was
All of
hilarious.
his dialogue was Whedon-esque.
I could have watched that. He was like
brilliant.
this comical G.I. Joe character, and just these puzzled looks and his hands on his hips, and everything about it was hilarious. It's the best part of the episode.
And I think Edible Arrangements stock is really going to go up.
Yeah, fair. It's good thing they didn't mention any, like, whatever. So you guys are out there on YouTube. We have a really good question or comment. Anastasia, what was that?
Yeah, we are a lot of talk about whether or not it should have been Sword. That was one of them. And then we're talking about the gauntlets, the fact that she has her gauntlets now. And
What do you think those powers are going to be?
what are the side effects? Yeah, what are the side effects? If you could tweet us that at hashtag AOSAS, so that we can discuss that on next week, like what the possible side effects could be. I think that could be really compelling to hear what you guys have to say about that.
For real.
Very cool. So we do have some more questions here from Twitter. Let's go to the first fan question. That is from Jordan at JEL613. Just says, Fitzsimmons argue about Bruce Banner. Are they back to their old selves? That happened at the top of the show. So are they back? That's Fitz and Simmons. Is everything back to normal?
No, definitely
Of
not.
course not. No, in
not.
no world are they back. That was an easy one.
But dialogue's good.
Yeah, they're almost opposing
banter.
sides, and they're just
They're super opposing.
yeah, very opposing, and just kind of friendly office workers at this point. I don't know, will they ever go back?
Friendly.
Yeah.
But dialogue is good.
So do you think?
Especially when it's about Hulk.
Or the Avengers.
I
It
think
started with the
always
Avengers.
talking about Hulk or Wolverine is always a great idea. So do more of that.
Hulk and Wolverine.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Talk about this next question. So no, our answer was no. Second fan question, also from Twitter, is from Natalie Abrams, which is she is a reporter with Entertainment Weekly, I believe. So this is an Entertainment Weekly question. Will Agent May crack as Skye's powers grow?
No, I really think that they're showing May has genuine concern for Skye. I feel like everything is out of genuine concern.
I don't think that I kind of disagree. I think she is going to crack a little bit because of Skye, because of Ward, because of all this going on. I feel like some kind of emotional bubble is going to burst.
We did find out on this episode that she really regrets breaking things off with her husband Andrew. I mean, that was a big reveal because they had that like witty, flirty banter last week, and then and that was great. And then this week she revealed that she felt like that was one of the biggest mistakes she ever made. So.
So yeah, will she crack? I'm not sure what the question is really asking. Crack? I mean, she's May. She doesn't crack.
I think she might crack a little bit.
Something's going to happen, though. I think they were building to it in this episode.
A little burst.
Yeah, she was already kind of a different May than she would normally be with Skye, I think. So it's leading to something. And then our final fan question from Twitter is actually from last week. We didn't get to it, and I thought it was something that we needed to talk about. Maybe it's from Jason Shimbry at Jason Shimbry. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is handling the whole Inhuman concept so beautifully, which is really a comment, but what is our comment on that comment? Do you agree? Is it are they?
I'm somewhere in the middle. I feel like, we've they really need to bring in the Inhuman storyline. And I think they're doing the best they can with what they can right now.
I think they're building up the anticipation. Like, we're already, like, really rooting to see the Royals. We're already really rooting to see more Inhumans. And I think that's good story writing, right? We want to see more. We want more.
That's fair. I get that.
Sending Skye away, is that pushing us forward? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, we'll see if her powers grow and stuff. I kind of disagree because, one, I'm always Inhumans is because they don't have the X-Men. So that's why we have a big Inhuman story anyway. And two, for all of us, Inhumans is the royal family. If you've known about this story at all, it's always been the royal family. So just kind of getting these fake, lesser characters, TV characters, it just kind of feels like we're building to this movie that is still years off. So I don't think it's done beautifully. I don't think it's done well. I think they could do better. But hey, it's making for great TV right now.
Right.
So anyway, do you have any more shout-outs or any questions on YouTube, Anastasia?
Oh, let's see. Well, we have Sean McKay saying, so how do you think Coulson will react to the new S.H.I.E.L.D? And basically the general comments are, not well. And I agree with that. I think he's not going to be very happy.
But what's going to happen? That's the beauty.
Well, they're trying to take him out. So, you know, usually people aren't very excited when people are like, I don't want you to be...
It's going to be
Do you think he already knows?
That's a great question. I don't think he knows. I don't think he'll be surprised, though. I don't think he knows at all, but I think he'll take it in stride like, oh, yeah, I can see that.
Is Fury going to come back before then?
That is an even better question.
I think a lot of people, at least I have seen a lot of tweets about whether or not, you know, he's going to come on the show, and I think Fury would make a...
He has.
He has. He's been on before.
I think he'll make a cameo soon.
Yeah, they pay him enough. So, anyway, we do have to get out of here, but before we get out of here, I gotta do these shout outs to some of our biggest fans and supporters, like at iHeart Coulson, I believe that's Agent Coulson's Army, at Bam Smack Pow, at S.H.I.E.L.D. Radio, the podcast over there, and one of our biggest fans now from 2 shows back to back, Agent Carter and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the show, Christy at Confundo. Christy, that's a Harry Potter reference.
Oh, there were Harry Potter references in this episode.
There was. Hufflepuff.
There was Hufflepuff. There's some other stuff too. I can't remember at this moment. But
Harry Potter episode.
We're huge Harry Potter fans, so that was fun.
Although I'm not a Hufflepuff.
Neither am I.
I'm a Slytherin. And on that note, we gotta go.
Slytherin, Ravenclaw.
Yeah, not bad. All right, guys, come back next week. Remember, Twitter all week long, hashtag AOSAS. Bye.
Bye, guys.
For more of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show, hit that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.